Y'all sleeping on the most unhinged martial arts movie ever made, and I'm about to wake you up real quick. Stephen Chow really said, "What if I made Tom and Jerry, but with kung fu masters and enough chaos to make your brain melt, and somehow created an absolute masterpiece that nobody talks about enough?" This movie got more plot twists than a soap opera, more over-the-top action than a Marvel movie, and somehow still manages to be one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life. But before I gas this movie up too much, let me roast it first so y'all don't think I'm a complete meat rider. Let's talk about this plot real quick, because what is going on, bro? This man Singh wants to be a gangster so bad, he's out here lying about being in the Axe Gang just to scam some money off regular people. Like, bro, you are not him. Stop the cap. And don't even get me started on how this movie handles logic, because there is none. These people really got magical kung fu powers, but they're all living in the slums? Make it make sense. You tell me the beast can punch through concrete, but he can't punch his way out of poverty? The math ain't mathing, bro. The CGI in this movie looking like they had a budget of $5 in a dream. Some of these special effects looking like a PS2 cutscene, but somehow it still goes harder than movies with $200 million budgets. That's actually impressive if you think about it.
And can we talk about Stephen Chow's character development? This man really thought he could go from wannabe gangster to kung fu master in the span of 2 hours. Like, bro, it took Goku multiple seasons just to power up, and you over here speedrunning Enlightenment like it's a video game. The tone of this movie is absolutely bipolar, too. One minute we're watching slapstick comedy, the next minute people are literally dying, then we're back to cartoon physics. Pick a lane, Steven. Are we watching a comedy, or are we watching people get traumatized? And why is everyone in this movie either a secret kung fu master or completely useless? There's no in between. You either throwing fireballs or you're getting your lunch money stolen. The power scaling in this movie makes Dragon Ball Z look realistic. But you know what? Despite all that nonsense I just said, this movie is an absolute masterpiece, and I'm about to tell you exactly why. This film is pure cinema, and once you understand what Stephen Chow was cooking, you'll realize this man is a genius. This movie understands something that most martial arts films completely miss. Kung Fu is supposed to be fun. While everyone else is trying to be all serious and dramatic, Stephen Chow said, "Nah, let's make this the most entertaining thing anyone's ever seen." First off, this movie is basically a live-action cartoon, and it knows it. Stephen Chow didn't accidentally make the physics ridiculous, he did it on purpose. This man really looked at Looney Tunes and said, "I can do that, but with martial arts," and he was absolutely right. The way this movie blends comedy with genuine emotional moments is actually masterful. You'll be laughing at someone getting their ass beat, and then suddenly you're crying because of a backstory about lost love. That takes skill to pull off. And the way it pays homage to classic kung fu films while completely flipping them on their head? Chef's kiss. This man really studied every martial arts movie ever made just to roast all of them in the most loving way possible. Let's talk about Singh's character arc, because it's actually deeper than you think. This man starts off wanting to be evil because he thinks being good makes you weak. But throughout the movie, he learns that true strength comes from protecting people, not hurting them. That's some Naruto-level character development right there. And the way they handle the Beast's character, this man was literally imprisoned for being too powerful, comes out ready to destroy everything, but then finds peace through fighting someone who actually understands martial arts philosophy. That's beautiful storytelling disguised as chaos. The landlady and landlord are relationship goals too. They're out here playing regular people, but they're actually legendary fighters who just want to live in peace. The way their love story unfolds through action sequences instead of dialogue, that's creative filmmaking right there. Now I gotta break down my favorite scene in this entire movie because it's absolutely perfect. I'm talking about the apartment complex fight scene where all hell breaks loose and we find out everyone's been hiding their power levels this whole time. So it starts off simple enough. The Axe Gang shows up because Singh convinced them there were kung fu masters in the complex, even though he was lying. But plot twist, there actually are kung fu masters there, they just been keeping it quiet because they want to live normal lives. The tension building up to this moment is incredible. You got all these residents who seem like regular people, but the movie keeps dropping little hints that something's off. The landlady moving with that supernatural speed, the landlord casually deflecting danger. Stephen Chow was setting this up the whole time. Then we get the three masters revealing themselves, and bro, each one of them has their own fighting style that perfectly matches their work. The coolie with his lightning fast kicks, this man's legs are basically weapons. The tailor with his iron wire technique and those metal rings. The baker bringing that solid staff work like he's been training his whole life. This is what I love about this movie. It takes everyday people and reveals they're secretly badass. It's like Stephen Chow looked at normal residents and said, what if they could all kick ass? And the way each character gets their moment to shine, the choreography is telling a story. You learn about their personalities through how they fight. The coolie is all speed and precision, the tailor is methodical and strong, the baker brings that solid technique. That's visual storytelling at its finest. But then, the Axe Gang brings out the Guqin players and things get really crazy. These men really weaponize music. They're out here playing murder melodies, turning sound into actual physical attacks. Who thinks of this stuff? The way the music becomes a literal weapon that destroys the entire apartment complex is both terrifying and hilarious. These guys are casually playing instruments while committing mass destruction like it's a Tuesday afternoon. And the landlady and landlord still haven't revealed their true power yet. They're watching all this chaos happen, and they're just annoyed that their property is getting destroyed. The priorities are incredible. We finally see the landlady stop playing around and bro. This woman unleashes her lion's roar technique and goes absolutely nuclear. She's not just fighting, she's demolishing everything while screaming about property values. The fact that she does all this while complaining about her building getting destroyed makes it even funnier. She's not even trying to be heroic, she's just mad that people are messing up her investment. That's the most realistic motivation I've ever seen in an action movie. And when she goes full rage mode on those musicians, pure cinema. The woman is treating grown fighters like annoying pests while lecturing them about property damage. The priorities are incredible. What makes this movie special is how it uses visual comedy in fight scenes. Most martial arts movies take themselves super seriously, but this one said, what if we made violence hilarious without making it less impressive? The way characters react to getting hit is pure cartoon logic. People don't just fall down. They fly across the screen, bounce off walls, create human-shaped holes in buildings. It's Roadrunner physics applied to Kung Fu, and it works perfectly. And the facial expressions. Stephen Chow understood that 90% of comedy comes from reactions. Watch any fight scene and just look at people's faces when crazy stuff happens. They're not acting tough. They're reacting like normal people would if they saw someone punch through a building. And can we talk about how this movie handles romance? Because it's actually beautiful. The main love story between Sing and the mute girl is told mostly through flashback and symbolism. No cheesy dialogue, no forced chemistry, just genuine emotion expressed through actions and memories. The landlady and landlord's relationship is even better. They're this old married couple who clearly love each other but express it through bickering and fighting alongside each other. When they team up in combat, you can see decades of partnership and trust. That's more romantic than any Hollywood love story.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
The final fight scene is everything I love about this movie condensed into pure chaos. Sing finally unlocks his potential and becomes the chosen one, but he does it in the most ridiculous way possible. The way Sing's awakening is filmed like a religious experience, while also being completely absurd, is perfect Stephen Chow. This man really got enlightenment from getting beat up so bad his body gave up and unlocked God mode. That's the most anime thing I've ever seen in a live action movie. And when he finally fights the beast, it's not just a physical battle, it's a philosophical debate told through punches. The beast represents nihilistic power, Sing represents compassionate strength. Every exchange is making a point about what martial arts should really be about. When Sing uses the Buddhist palm technique, Stephen Chow went full Dragon Ball Z, and I'm here for it. This man really created an energy attack that looks like a giant golden hand coming from the sky. The audacity, the confidence, the complete lack of shame. But even in this over-the-top moment, there's meaning. The Buddha's palm isn't just a powerful attack, it's a technique that only works when you've achieved inner peace. Sing couldn't use it when he was angry or trying to prove himself. He could only access it when he truly understood what it means to protect others. This movie works because Stephen Chow understood something that Hollywood keeps forgetting. Audiences are smart enough to appreciate both comedy and genuine emotion at the same time. You don't have to choose between being funny and being meaningful. The action choreography is legitimately incredible. These fight scenes would be impressive in any serious martial arts film, but the fact that they're also hilarious makes them twice as entertaining. It takes real skill to make something that's simultaneously epic and ridiculous. And the way it celebrates martial arts culture while also poking fun at its tropes shows real love for the genre. This isn't a parody that's making fun of kung fu movies, it's a love letter that happens to be really funny. This movie influenced so many filmmakers, but nobody talks about it enough. You can see its DNA in everything from Marvel movies to anime adaptations. The way it balances tone, uses visual comedy, and treats superpowers as both awesome and absurd, that's become the blueprint for modern action comedy.
Stephen Chow basically created the template for how to adapt cartoon logic into live action without it feeling stupid. That's why this movie still holds up today, while other CGI-heavy films from the same era look dated. Look, Kung Fu Hustle might seem like just another weird foreign film to some people, but this movie is genuinely one of the best action comedies ever made. It's got heart, it's got incredible action, it's funny as hell, and it's got more creativity in any single scene than most movies have in their entire runtime. If you haven't seen this movie yet, you're missing out on pure cinema. And if you have seen it, you need to watch it again because I guarantee you missed half the jokes and all the deeper meaning the first time around. This is the kind of movie that reminds you why you fell in love with films in the first place. It's everything that's great about storytelling wrapped up in the most entertaining package possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.